Hey everyone, Stephanie here, coffee drinker, book lover, and reviewer of many things, and today I have a book review for you. Yeah. Okay, so I am reviewing Cutie Pies and Deadly Lies. It is off the 2024 Reading Challenge, the one that I deem for adults. So if you go into the description, and it says, I can't remember what I'm putting, book challenge lists, I think is what it says. It'll have adult, because these are the ones that may or may not have adult content. They may have words that we don't want kids to read, stuff like that. That being said, I think that this book was pretty good. It's a short book. There's 194 pages. Okay. So I was really excited. Okay, so this book was on my big TBR list because I had heard 2 or 3 people talk about the series. You dropped it, okay. The series, The Murder in the Mix, which is this series, and they always described it as a cute kind of murder mystery. And I was like, okay, cute murder mystery. How do you have a cute murder mystery? And so whenever I did the big wheel spin, the picker wheel thingy, and this one came up, I was like, oh yeah, I get to read it. I mean, I could have read it before, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to read it. So I'm gonna read the back for you, and then I'm gonna give you my thoughts and my other thoughts now that I've really thought about it. I finished this last night, by the way. It is the 19th, and we're supposed to be getting a little bit of snow here in Texas. I'm so excited. And so it is a little chilly. I got a shirt and a sweater on today, so if it looks weird, that's why. Okay. Oh. There's a ladybug. I think it's a ladybug. Maybe it's one of those other ones. Do you bite? If you bite me, I'm gonna squish you. Okay. My name is Lottie Lemon, and I see dead people. Okay, so I rarely see dead people. Mostly, I see furry creatures of the dearly departed variety, aka dead pets. And for some reason, those sweet, fluffy, a bit paranormal cuties always seem to act as a not-so-great harbinger of deadly things to come for their previous owners. So when I say that sweet orange tabby twirling around my landlord's ankles, I figure Marilee was in for trouble. Personally, I was hoping for a skinned knee. What I got was a top spot in an open homicide investigation. Throw in a hot judge and an honorary detective that oozes testosterone, and that pretty much sums up my life right about now. Have I mentioned how cute that detective is? Lottie Lemon has a bakery to tend to, a budding romance with perhaps one too many suitors. And she has the supernatural ability to see dead pets, which are always harbingers of ominous things to come. Throw in the occasional ghost of a human variety, and a string of murders, and her insatiable thirst for justice, and you'll have more chaos than you know what to do with. Living in the small town of Honey Hollow can be murder. So Murder in the Mix. This book I feel like this book would be safe for my grandma to read. Okay, let me back up. My grandma doesn't really like to read things that have a bunch of cuss words or adult scenes in them. And this one didn't have either of those, which was nice. It was different. There is... I kind of felt like he sexualized the men a little bit. Like, all of them were, like, buff and, you know, good looking and handsome, and, like, they're all attractive. And, yeah, I thought the story was cute. So I read it first, and then I went and I was looking at the reviews, and somebody was talking about how on Audible you can get if you have an Audible account, you can get this book for free, and like in audio form. And so I went and I looked it up, and it's an AI narrator, so it's really funny that way, because they don't get this, like, it doesn't, it's just, oh. It just sounded funny that way. Okay, so I'm gonna read you my thoughts whenever I took notes, and then I went back and wrote some more. Okay. So I gave this book a 3.5, and then I put maybe less than that. Would I recommend this book? Yeah, I guess it's okay. It is a cozy mystery detective book, is what I put. I wrote down that so it's 194 pages, and if you listen to it on Audible, it's 4 hours and 38 minutes, but it's an AI narrator, which drops our rating down a lot more. I put cute story, but I felt like Lottie was a hormonal teenage girl with a lustful eye for all guys. Lottie is very accident prone and the run-in with a judge at the beginning is ridiculous. Also, the Simonson sisters, they are these rude girls that she's known since high school, and they are taking her to court, or like little small claims court, because somebody changed the names of the pies that she made at the summertime fair or whatever, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then Lottie even said, like, whenever they go into court, Lottie's like, this is malarkey, because I feel like if I said bull crap, I'd get in trouble. And even the judge was like, all right, show me your evidence. And they have, like, the picture of the pie that had the label, had their name instead of blueberry, whatever it was. And then they have a video of their storefront not getting any people. And Lottie points out, she's like, yeah, we run on tourists, and if the tourists aren't here, then we don't get people. Like, it's not my fault. And the judge is like, this is ridiculous. No, Lottie's not paying you anything. But she has a run-in with the judge before she knows that he's a judge, and to me, she's a little bit, like, rude. Not rude. Okay, so, like, they literally collide, and there's, like, this whole, like, fall down, pick up, head-butting, piggyback riding, like, craziness. I'm like, how does that even happen, first off? Anyway, besides the points, she wants to buy him a cup of coffee, and he's like, no, I'm good. It's fine. Let's just stay away from me and we're good. And she's very aggressive about trying to get him this cup of coffee. And I'm like, no means no. No means no. Okay? Anyway, she ends up friends with the judge, just so you know. The Simonson sisters seem really stuck up and rude. And I had a problem with Lottie. What the heck did I write? Man, I must have been tired when I wrote this. Anyway, after they take her to court, after they lose, they give her papers of eviction, and I don't think they gave her enough time, to be honest, to get everything out. But that might be depending on what state you're in, because, you know, every state has different laws about that. Anyway, so one of the sisters dies. Spoiler. And Lottie is the only suspect. How is Lottie the only suspect? These sisters were rude to everyone, and they were like claws in at everyone. So everyone probably had a problem with them. How is Lottie the only suspect? I'm just saying, this book needs more Pancake in it. And I say that Pancake is a cat. Cutest little cat. Okay. Why this? I didn't think of this until after. Why is Lottie living at a place that her nemesis owns? Those two sisters owned her house. She even talks about how they've never been friends and that, you know, they've been enemies since like elementary school or whatever. Why are you living in their place? Why? I'm sure there's other places. It's a small town, but I doubt it's that small. Ghost cat, cute. The nemesis, one of the Simonson sisters, has the cat going around her ankle in the beginning, and she's like, I hope she skins a knee. Like, you don't wish death even on your enemy, okay? I figured out that Lottie didn't get the money from Neil. Oh, so there's a building going in next door to the Honey Pot, which is where Lottie works, and she makes like their pastries and stuff. And Nell is the owner of the Honey Pot, and she's also her best friend's grandma. So Lottie also calls her grandma because Nell is the only one who knows about her gift of seeing ghost animals. And Nell is a character. She is hilarious. She's like, oh, get me out of the kitchen before they have to shut us down because I croaked in the kitchen. Hold my hands to walk me out in case I trip, and then the only person I have to sue is myself. But there's this building going up next door to the Honey Pot, and her ex-boyfriend is working on it, and he's a player. And she's like, he's never getting me back, so he can stop. Good for you. She dances with him later. I wouldn't have danced with him later. Anyway, so he's like, what do you think it should be? And, you know, they're giving out their different opinions about what it should be. And someone says, what about a bakery? You could run it, Lottie. And Nell's like, yeah, this small place could definitely use some sweets, you know. And so after she gets out of the place she's living, because, you know, she has to get out, she meets her nemesis's cousin. Her name is Cascada. And she's worse than the sisters were to her. And she's like, but you start to understand that the reason they are the way they are, they push people away because they don't have any other family, that they're the three left of the family. Like, no one else is alive, apparently. And so, you kind of feel sorry for them. But Lottie is living with her sister for a little bit, and she gets a call from the bank, and Lottie's like, the only time I get calls from the bank is whenever I'm overdraft, or, I have something coming, I have to pay something. And so she's starting to panic, but she pushes, she's like, oh, and it says that somebody has anonymously put money into your account. It's quite a big sum. And they said to tell you to get the stuff you need for your bakery, or to fill out the bakery. And she's like, and so she automatically thinks that it's Nell. I was like, I don't think it's Nell. I don't think it's her. But yeah, I was like, I figured that out almost immediately. Okay. So when Lottie finds, because she follows the cat, the dead body of one of the Simonson sisters, Merrily. She's standing there, and the she screams, obviously, because dead body. And when everyone comes running, one of the people that comes up is the private detective, Noah. And he is trying to get closer to the case, I believe. She had a whole conversation. She was trying to get a loan. She walked into the wrong side of the building and poured out her heart to him about wanting to open her bakery. And he's like, no. But he is one of the first people to the scene. And he, when they're trying to usher everyone away, he puts his arm around her and he's like, oh, we're dating. I'm with her. And she's like, yeah, it's so new, I almost forgot. And it's hilarious. So they kind of fake date for a while. Anyway, so him and the judge, this is a spoiler, him and the judge, they see each other at one point, and they're ing each other. And Lottie is like, how do you two know each other? And they don't tell her for the longest time. And then you find out they're stepbrothers, and Noah's father swindled. His name is Essex. What is his name? Everett Esses. But at his local coffee shop, he's known as Mr. Sexy. So you know what kind of person he is. Anyway, so both guys are to each other, and several times, and then finally, before she goes and dances with her ex, Otis Bear, as he's called, she's like, if you two don't tell me the truth about how you know each other, you can just go and be by yourself. And as she turns, Bear is there, and he pulls her into a dance, and she's like, what are you doing? She's already yeah. So they end up being stepbrothers, and yeah. And then I put, so her and Noah, they go and do detective stuff together, trying to figure out who else could have killed this person. And then they start dating in real life, and it's so cute, because both of them have had really bad breakups, and then breakups, and so they've both been through a lot, and they know how each other feels in that about people. So it's like really sweet that they start to click. Like at first you're like, you can tell like they're both just like, no, I think that you're cute, but no, I'm not ready. And then it just like kind of naturally happens. I did like that. I liked that. Yeah. And I put, this book gives you just enough to make you want to read the next book. I do want to read the next book. I still don't think it's like way up star level, like, woo, oh my gosh. But I thought it was a good book, and it's cute, and it is cozy because you're in a small town, and it talks about the trees, and like the scenery is nice. You go apple picking several times. And now for the big spoiler. So if you don't want this, you can go ahead and like hit the like button, comment below if you read this or if you're gonna read it. If you want any of my book lists, you can find that in the description. Okay, I'm gonna give you the big spoiler, so just either skip ahead to my ending credits because I'm gonna talk about other things, or just leave. And come back later. Okay. The sister did it. The sister did it. What? How? They're like, through the whole book, whenever anyone talks about the sisters, they're like inseparable. Like, they own the place that Lottie is living in. Like, inseparable. They do everything together. And then you find out that that Marilee first was with a guy who's married and like broke up his marriage practically, married with kids. And then when she found out that her sister had a boyfriend, she went for her sister's boyfriend, and rage happened. And because Lottie was doing detective work trying to figure all this out, she found out about the boyfriend situation. And then the other sister, I can't remember her name, Marilee and Mora tries to kill her. I was like, whoa. It was a pretty crazy ending. I did I thought it was gonna be the cousin, because the cousin said something along the lines of not like whenever the cousin shows up when Lottie is trying to move her stuff out, and then is like, I'm gonna need you to be out of here within an hour because I'm paying the movers by the hour, and blah blah blah. And when Lottie says something about sorry, like sorry about your loss or whatever she says, Cascada is kind of like, or Cascada, whatever, is just kind of like put off, like, me and her didn't see eye to eye or something like that. And so I was thinking it was the cousin, but it wasn't. Anyway, yeah. So it was a pretty good book. Like, there were parts that I was like, I liked this. Let me know if you've read this and if you liked it. It's got a little mystery guy on it. They're cute too. So like, I kind of want to get all of them just because they're cute. Just because the pictures are cute. Okay. So that was on the 2025 reading challenge. I am gonna read I think I have 4 books on hold right now because they're not available yet. So once one of them is available, I will listen to one of those. I think I'm gonna start the book Once Upon a Broken Heart by Sarah Garber because I have that one. Or The House on Hound Hill. Ooh, I don't know for sure. I'll figure it out. I am reading this Buster and Polly, the first book in the Buster and Polly series. There's a lot of books in this series. Yeah, a lot. So you got a nice little snippet of the next book is called Bobbing for Apples, or Bobbing for Bodies, and Addison Moore has been in or written a lot of books. See these books, see these words, those are all books. All books. And this isn't even all of her books. This is just a few of the books. She's written so many books or been in so many books that they even have addisonmoore.com so you can have access to all of them. I'll leave this book in the description in case you want to listen or buy it if you can't find it at your library. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read the second book. I know one of the people that I watch is reading one a month, and she tries to make sure the season of the book is the season that she's reading in it. And so I feel that I wish I would have done that instead, but it'll be okay. So I'm also reading the first book in the Polly and Buster series. It's Wayward Witch and the Feeling Monster. I'm reading this one with my kid where we've got about 20 pages left. It is part of the Paper Pie reading challenge, so this video will be coming soon. It's so good. Okay. Yeah. And then I am... Where's the other one? Back there somewhere. Then I am also reading Honest June. I haven't read very much of this. I'm only a few chapters in, but it is on the preteen teen reading challenge, and it's a book. Surprise! This was also part of a series. There is 247 pages in this book, so I can probably get through it pretty fast. So I'll see if I can get this one up soon. If you want to be able to print out the list for yourself or for your kid or for your friend, I'll leave a link for these in the description, and then I will also leave a link for you to find them easier on Amazon, because I hate searching. I hate having to be like, this book, put it into the search box, and then you have to scroll through until you find one, and I don't like doing all that. So I made it easy for you, and I just left the link in the whole list link. The whole list link. Yeah, just go to the description so that you can easily get to the books. And just know that I do get a few pennies if you use the links to get a book. Yeah. Other than that, I don't have anything else to talk about. We will be moving soon, but I'm just trying to get things situated. Yeah, I'm gonna finish my coffee because I've only had like 4 sips, and then I'm gonna play with my kid for a little bit. Let me know what you're reading. Are you doing these challenges? And what'd you think of this book? Like this video. I already said comment. Subscribe. There we go. Subscribe. If you're not sure if you want to subscribe, you can click my face circle down here or over here, and it will take you to my page, my channel. Shh. It'll take you to my channel, and then you can decide if I'm someone you want to watch. I started making videos because I got tired of seeing people review things and be like, "Oh, this is amazing!" And then I get it, and I was like, "No, it's not. It's crap." Share this video because somebody else might want to do this, the challenges with me. Alright, I will see you in my next video. Bye!